Dream a little dream of me. Welcome kindreds, it's Jessica TheStoryWitch, and this is very early on Monday mornings I'm filming this. I wanted to get this shown as soon as possible. I know it's obviously a little bit into the new year already, but I have done my setup for 2021, so I'm pretty happy with it, even though it took me an absolute age. I think because of the change in size, I can't fit all that in. I hope that's still showing on there now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think because of the change in size, I kind of really, it was like going back to the beginning again. It took me, normally my setup for the year probably takes me about 4 hours, something like that. And I reckon it took me, oh gosh, at least like 16 hours. So, but let's not talk about that. It's done now. So yeah, this is my notebook therapy journal. It's already looking a little bit worse for wear because I've been using it. I'm not sure about the long-term quality of this, so we'll see how it goes anyway. But I stuck in something here and just wrote 2020. This is actually some of my wallpaper from my bedroom, and I'm going to use that through the whole journal. This is like a bit of chaos really, so stickers and washi and all sorts of my keys. So yeah, that was kind of a bit crazy. And then I attempted a handwriting quote page. And I think it actually came out pretty well actually. This is a Virginia Woolf quote. If you do not tell the truth about yourself, you cannot tell it about other people. And I'm really focusing on being honest with myself this year about stuff as well, you know, and so it just resonated for me, that quote anyway. And then my 2021 title page, and my word for 2021 is deliver, which may seem a bit random, but I've written 5 of the meanings out underneath. So to bring and hand over to the proper recipient, obviously, that's what we kind of think of usually. Provide something promised or expected, a bit harder. Launch or aim, which I thought was interesting because I hadn't thought about deliver in that kind of context. Assist in the birth of, yeah, good. Save, rescue, or set someone or something free from. So, you know, just from the beginning, there's some interesting stuff there. So I've gone with a very neutral colour palette for this. I used one of my Faber Pitt brush pens and then a couple of Tombows. I also bought some of these fineliners, which I've been loving. I used to have these when I was doing more like art, and so I bought myself a new set of those to use too, and I'm enjoying that too. They're like the Sakura micron, the Pigma micron fineliners, and they're all in different, they're cool because you can kind of see what you want just from looking at the tops. I made my index page very simple. I'm hoping that 2 pages is going to be enough. This is all kind of like winging it really, because this is my first time in this larger B5 format journal. So yeah, and then my future log, and now I'm really happy with this. Oh, you might have noticed as well that I cut the pages, so that goes over the top, and then I cut this so that you can see these little tabs coming out. So like all my front matter, all of the things I'm going to be referring back to have got these little tabs on them, so they should be really easy to find. So my index is like coloured in, and then so my future log, and I actually cut again and made a kind of Dutch dory type thing here. So I've got the first 6 months here, and then look, it shouldn't make me that happy, but it really does. And my title's not even that amazing, but I just liked the coherence of it, you know. It's nice. And I do find I don't do like a year at the glance, because like what's the point when I've already got it all here anyway. So yeah, I just think that's good like that. I've marked in the new moons and the full moons, and I haven't filled this in yet because like sometimes well, for a start, there's not a lot going on. But also, you know, things like family birthdays and stuff. Oh, sorry, the dog is going crazy. I will go and let him. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, there's my future log. Let's see it one more time. And I just left a little space because like, obviously I'm not gonna have too many things at the start of the year for these. I'm expecting I'll probably need another journal, but you know, I really don't know because I haven't used this size before, so we'll see. So I've just got a little 2022 space as well in case there's like, I know we've already got a wedding in that year, so I'll be able to make a note of those things there. Okay, so this is my cards for 2021. I'm going to do a separate video on this because I did it a little bit differently from how I normally do. I used 2 decks. I wasn't even going to do year ahead. I was, and then I was like, I'm just not feeling it. And then one day I was just like shuffling, and I was just like, oh, I'm doing it. It just kind of flew. So yeah, those are my cards, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a separate video. Then the astrology, I have done a lot less collage in this journal, mainly because I think a lot of the things I normally collage, I normally take like a whole page out and it fits into the journal in the A5 format, but in this format that doesn't work, and so you get like a kind of awkward space around it. So I actually drew in the retrograde table myself and coloured it all in, noted the eclipses myself. I did stick this in, this is out of the wee moon, and I love that. It's just like you see all the major things going on in one go, and it's just something really lovely about it. A little bit about the numerology, and then some of the kind of things that's more kind of personally significant stuff to me here, like transits, you know, things activating my natal placements and stuff like that. And then my goals page, which is kind of more of a, I don't know, it is goals, but it's not like super specific goals. So the big ones, I put my word of the year, deliver, on there. Courage and consistency, so keeping on going. And the major things I'm working on is fluency in Welsh, and then full health and well-being, always. And thank you everyone who sent me the lovely messages after my last video, because I was not feeling very well. I am much better now. I'm still not 100%, but I'm much better, so that's good. And then my kind of home goals, my work goals, and then some like little things I want to get done this year. And then this I thought was really handy. So I've written out my commitments, my daily things that I do, my weekly things that I do, the monthly things that I do. And this, look at this, my daughter gave me this sticker. It's so gorgeous. She said, this is us, this is our family. And it was so lovely. So I put that in, and, you know, like, just made some notes of more of a direction of what is important to me, because I think sometimes it's easy for me to forget. So yeah, I thought that was really lovely, and I loved how that page turned out. It's nice. These flower stickers, I bought a pack of flower stickers off Amazon, but I won't link them and recommend them because they came with plastic backing, which I was sad about. So obviously that can't be recycled, which is a bummer. So yeah. And then again, a kind of more orientation compass kind of thing for myself. I feel good when, and then just a list of things that make me feel good, so that if I'm feeling a bit bleh, I can come and look at that. And then this is a page which I've been including in the last few journals, a truths page, which is basically for quotes that I find inspirational, and I just jot them down in here. So I find that handy. And then we're into the trackers now. So because my main goal is the fluency in Welsh, I've got my Welsh learning tracker. I've broken it down by month and the things that I need to do by week. I'm doing my, basically my lesson, but I'm also going to do speaking practice every week. I'm going to do some reading or some watching of TV kind of thing every week. I've also got to do listening practices. So basically all of that is on here, and then this is just like resources of things that I can do and to remind myself. Basically, I haven't put anything in here yet. I'm going to find some programs that I enjoy. S4C is the Welsh channel, TV channel, so I'm going to note down some programs that I like there so I can refer back to them. So also very happy with that. And then my mammoth Wellbeing tracker, which has got masses of stuff on it. Is that still showing now? Yeah, okay. So I've got a weight tracker here. I haven't filled that in because I know that can be a bit triggering for some people sometimes, so I'll fill that in after I film this. And I'm also a very small person, so my weight range is going to be lower than, a normal size person. And then I've only gone up to July here because that's all that kind of fitted in, basically. I've got the things that I want to be working on for my well-being, like the meal planning, food shopping and stuff like that. So, and things like I'm having Sundays off where I'm not going to be on my phone or my laptop doing work or anything, because it's easy for me to kind of come into my office in here and then be like, I'm just going to do this little thing. Oh, I should have shown you This is my blood moon tracker, very similar to how I used to do it in my smaller journal, but just a little bit more spread out, and it actually fits in nice. I like having it underneath the days, even though that makes it take up much more space, because I do find like certain things, like on Tuesdays, if I'm bleeding on a Tuesday, my flow seems a lot more heavy, and I think that's to do with it being like a Mars day. So I do like to kind of see that alongside the days and alongside the moons. So that is that. And then this is my kind of work, I guess, stuff. So I've got I send out a newsletter every month, and I do full moon posts and new moon posts. So this is just for me to cross off that I'm doing those. I've got little things for weekly videos, which I'll cross off when I'm doing my weekly videos. I've committed to doing, maybe they might not be weekly, but I've committed to doing, I think I did 52 dots. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4, 12, so that's 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, so yeah, 52 dots. So that works out as weekly. It might not be exactly weekly as they come out. And then some ideas, things I need to do, maybe some video ideas, but I think I'll make a separate videos ideas page later on as well. And then this is cool. This is something I've seen a few other journalers doing, where you have like a kind of workflow. And so you write it like on a little post-it on a piece of washi, the title of the video, and then you put it like whether it's in planning, and then when it's in filming, you can move the sticker down to here, and then editing, move the sticker down to here, you know, that kind of thing. So it just makes it easier to know where you are with everything. So I don't know how much I'll use that, but I thought it was a kind of handy way. Otherwise I'm kind of making notes on it and taking up space like that. I think I've mentioned here before, my kids don't go to school. They, you know, I know a lot of kids aren't going to school at the moment, but they are actually, we choose to homeschool them. And so I'm just making some notes here of the things they're into at the moment, so that I can offer them more input in those areas that they're enjoying. So yeah, that's basically that. Really, really simple. And then just a little reminder page for me of things I want to include in my monthly spreads, things I'm learning at the moment, and then things I'm working on here. So kind of like my projects, I guess, as well. Because sometimes I can lose track as well. Like I'm signed up for a couple of online courses and I don't know I'm doing them, you know, and things like that. So it can get a bit confusing. And then look, how cute is this? This is my reading tracker, which I did as a little bookshelf. I think there's like 36 books on here. Like I said, I'm expecting this only to last me for like half the year, maybe a little bit longer. So I didn't feel like I needed to fit any more than that in, and they kind of looked good like that. So I'll see how I get on with that. Although I switched up my colour scheme then when I went into January, so I didn't really like how this colour looks against this colour, but we'll just pretend that's not here and just look at this. So this is how I'm going to do my monthly setups. They'll probably need a bit of tweaking because I'm still finding my way with this new size and everything. I know I've said that a million times already in this video. So I just put the month on. I chose these colours for this month. So I'm using, for the purple is a Tombow 679, and then I've got 3 greys. I've got a really light grey, the N95, a light cool grey, then a mid grey, which is the N65, and then a dark grey, which is the N35. And I used some washies which tied in with those colours as well. Michon hour is January in Welsh. So I'm going to do it like that. I've cut again this first page because I wanted it to be like an obvious title page, as an obvious start of the thing. Okay, so then I've got my calendar and I fitted it all on the one page. This little thing was handy for writing Michon hour, which is January, like I said, on the top, and then it just fitted in really nice here. I put a little quote out of the Country Wisdom and Folklore Diary here. January is here with eyes that keenly glow, a frost-mailed warrior striding a shadowy steed of snow, from the Mask of Months by Edgar Fawcett. So that was out of the Country Wisdom and Folklore Diary. And then I've just put a couple of the dates. I put the main quarters of the moon on there. I'll film more of that in kind of after I film this video, because some of it's a bit more like private stuff, like appointments and things. And then I've got my habit tracker, which again is kind of a Dutch door-y type thing. I'm so happy I bought the corner rounder, because I've been using the corner rounders to round these cuts, which just makes it just so much nicer. So I've got my habit tracker here. I didn't get started obviously in this journal straight away at the beginning of the year because I didn't have it set up. So I haven't been like consistently filling this out. I just filled in the ones that I knew that I'd done every day. And some of these things are like easy things for me. So it might look like I'm tracking a lot of stuff, but some of them are like things I've been doing for so long, it's easy. And then on the back of the tracker, I've got basically my kind of things I've got to do in the month. Things I'm going to read, my focus, the things I've actually got to do. The strewing is stuff for the kids again, so things I want to get for them and do with them over the month. And then this side is more of the like kind of energy of the month. So I've got my cards again and a little note about that. I've got the overview of the astrology. This is out of the Astrology moon diary. I love these, like you can see the whole month, so like you can look and see it all in one go. It's just, I just love it, it's great. And it's got the moon phases there as well. Then the videos that I'm going to be making this month, and this folds out to make a few notes of the major astrology things that I wanted to kind of keep an eye on. Mars especially is still my Time Lord until my birthday, so the Mars transits are especially like at the moment. And I just took a little picture because it was just like back of the diary, so I took a picture which I think was out of the Flickering Cauldron diary there, and covered up that ugly back bit there. So yeah, that looks really nice, I think. And then this is the last spread, and this is I fitted my whole week on one double page because it's a bit bigger. It kind of is able to do that. I think this is going to be too small. So what I'm thinking I might do next week is make a like Dutch door thing in the middle and have my to-dos and the meal planning stuff in the middle, and then I can expand the daily thing bigger. But I'm going to just see how I go for now. I've split it into 3 columns, so I've got like my things that I have to do in events, the kids' things that they have to do in events, and then eat, which is my food. So that goes in there. And then I've got my meal planner, because meal planning and kind of being more organised with the food and shopping and stuff is a major thing for me this year. So that's going on my weekly page, so it's like bong right up there in my face. My to-dos, things I need to buy, and notes there. So I think it looks good. Like I said, I think this might be a little bit small, but I'll just have to see how it goes to kind of work that out. I won't know until the end. Just quickly at the back, I did a little Tombow and my Faber Castell, my mild liners. These aren't all of them, but these are the ones that I think I'm just going to use this year. I'm going to stick to quite tight colour schemes this year. I want it to be a little bit more cohesive, my journal. Goodness knows if that'll actually work, but I'm feeling a little bit more minimal. If you watch my videos, you know my journals are not really very minimal, but there we go. And then I did my washi swatches of some of the ones that I think go nice with those colours. That's another little bit of my wallpaper again. And this is a grid spacing page. If you watch other bullet journals, you will have seen this because people seem to be including these now. I never really kind of needed it before when I was in the A5 because I knew my regular kind of divisions that I used and I knew what they were. But because this is the new format, again, I felt like I needed to have that. So I'll add to this as I go along, as well as I'm setting up different ways of doing the page. And like, if this makes no sense to you, then just ignore it, it's fine. And that's it for the back. So that is my completed 2021 and January setup. Let me know what you think. It's a little bit different for me, like I said, and it did take ages because of the change in size, but I'm really happy with the kind of more minimal slightly, but also like with the cutting and with the, I think it's going to be more functional. I'm excited for it to be a little bit more functional. And like, I think the tabs and stuff like this would never work in the live stream because the paper is too thin. So it works with this because the paper is chunkier and a bit more like card. Otherwise, you know, it would have got broken and bent in the live stream. So I'm excited to be doing more of this kind of cutting and adapting of the sizes of the pages to what I actually want. So there we go. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Warmest blessings, and I will see you very soon.